We have conquered King Slime.
King Slime. Oh, was that his kingly armor that he was wearing in his?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
By the way, dibs on the sword that was covered. It was blocking.
All right. It is a great sword.
Yeah.
So Nova walks up, or Twinkie walks up, and when he puts his hands on the hilt of the sword, magical fire erupts from the blade.
Oh dear.
Good thing I got chef hands.
Isn't the blade soaked in like wine because of the fly?
Can someone investigate this fire?
Oh my god!
Okay, we'll say that Twinkie like lifts it up, and then it ignites.
Okay, I was about to say that we all just instantly died if that was the case.
Like Archer, you had us fight this thing, only to have us get party wiped by a
party wipe. Start all over again.
Party wipe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill everyone here.
Oh, thank God.
Not like that, anyways.
Not like this.
Be careful when you're swinging that thing, Salem says, and then she reaches for the third item.
The third item.
Wait, just don't willy-nilly grab these things, and can we just at least try to inspect these?
Salem picks it up. It is a ring. It's a pretty fancy-looking ring too.
Oh no! Careful! It might be the mystic ring. The ring that.
Actually, you know what, Jennifer, you're right. Hold on. I am going to ritual detect magic. Just give me a second to make sure everything else is just to make sure there's no more other extra magic on that breastplate or this ring.
The breastplates and the ring are both magical.
Nice.
Okay, everything's magical.
I'd say we should probably just store these things if you guys really want it, and just take it to an actual appraiser.
As you're looking at the breastplate, you do notice it is not made of ordinary steel. It's a very blue metal. You can roll.
Oh, this entire time I was supposed to have an extra skill proficiency.
Do you think Salem would know metals very well? Magical metals?
Yeah, I think so because of her whole science. I don't think she would know them in terms of the sort of craftsmanship, but she'd be able to tell you this is more. She would know it, but more in the sciencey way.
More like
that makes sense.
We'll see if you know this specific material. The magic coming off of this, considering it's both magical and bluish, this is a breastplate made out of mithril, but there is more magic to it than just natural mithril magic.
Ooh.
Okay, so based on the elemental composition of the spectrum hue that this is irradiating, this is mithril. Fuzzies also has more magic attached to it. That's not mithril magic.
So, what a mithril breastplate does is it just ordinarily a breastplate would give you disadvantage on stealth rolls. If it's made of mithril, though, it doesn't.
Oh, interesting. That would be quite helpful for me. Being probably the only person here who's going to be stealthy.
Can you equip medium armor?
Let me find out. Darn, no, I can only equip blade armor.
I believe
However,
only me and Kirk
we can take it. Medium. On a level up, can you give yourself the ability to get yourself a feat that lets you equip medium armor?
There is a feat to equip medium armor.
Yeah, but I don't get feats as a bard, I believe.
Nope, you either choose abilities. At any ability score increase, you can choose to take a feat instead. That's how it works.
Interesting. Well, I would prefer to take the ability score increases overall.
If you multi-class into certain classes, I think the big ones are Paladin and Fighter, you also gain medium armor proficiency, but...
Yeah, I think I'm fine not...
You're
fine
Timothy,
not
so...
doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
What about...
I don't know!
I am able to equip meaty armor, except I don't know if Kirby wants it because of the stout.
But he also already has a 19 in AC, and I'm pretty sure you don't.
I have a 15. It would increase mine by 1.
I mean, let's not forget that I'm only at 19 because of the shield.
And I also wanted to announce something. I was miscalculating my proficiencies this entire time because I forgot that my background gave me a proficiency that I already had when I took my college. So I'm taking history as my another skill proficiency.
All right.
Just want to throw that one out there so that people don't suddenly like, hey, why do you have so many skills?
Then, I don't know if I feel comfortable just leaving any of these items here.
What
If
if
you
we
kind of
just take
side's
them back
eyes.
with us? No one equip them yet, and we'll just take them back with us.
I think it's perfectly fine if we take them with us.
Yes.
Well, not and all, but
Plus, I don't know if I feel comfortable leaving things here and then just having other people pick them up and, you know... And she kind of side-eyes the sword that Jinapro threw aside. There's something weird about this one. I don't know if we should just leave it here for other people to pick up and then have bad things happen too.
Can I pick it up by the sheath?
It's not in its scabbard, but you can pick it up by the blade and be fine.
Okay, I'll pick it up by the blade, put it in its sheath.
Gee, are you... What do you... Okay.
Hand it back to Jennifer and say, "Don't touch the handle."
How do you know it's the handle?
Because when you equipped it, you went crazy.
I've done it several times and nothing happened.
Well, let's not take the risk. Unless you want to try it again, let's try it again.
I don't. I just want to get rid of this thing.
I think when Brock...
We can't get rid of it here. If we're going to get rid of it, we would want to destroy it, ideally.
Can I do some kind of roll to see if I can destroy it with, like...
Regardless, we can't leave it here.
over your knee.
Let's just bring it to an expert and figure out from there.
Or mark it return to sender from that shifty... Gosh, we escorted that man through the mountains.
We could just take it back to him. We're like, the fuck?
Can I take a look at the sword?
Sure, here.
Are you gonna put your hand on the hilt?
I just point it towards him.
I'm gonna investigate it and figure out if there's something wrong with it.
I mean, there might be something he, as a gnome, might know more.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sure. Give me an look over the sword and give me an Arcana check.
Like he's pulling the whole dwarf thing right now.
Okay.
Oh dear God!
Looks like a sword.
While he's looking at it, without thinking, his hand goes onto the hilt.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
If my hand just moved on its own.
Alright.
Oh God.
Charisma save.
Oh boy, here we go again.
I was about to say like.
Alright!
I am immediately smacked. The moment I see Twinkie grabbing, touching the sword, I am immediately smacking the sword away.
Okay, hang on.
All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, what happens first?
Like it's a sort of like no, don't do that kind of smack, or not. No, okay, not something like this as light as that, but like I am.
Oh my God.
I just like here, take a look, but don't touch it. Touches it.
I like how both of those times, like I was like here, take a look, but Twinkie already rolled, and then just about to say that I'm smacking the thing, and Twinkie's already doing the charisma save.
Okay, so as Twinkie puts his hand on the hilt of the sword, he unsheaths it and just starts breaking every wine bottle he sees in his hand.
No!
There's no bottles, but you just start making big old gashes in all the wine barrels, and wine is just spilling onto the floor.
I'm just gonna like when he's not swinging at that he's already cut. I'm just gonna go up to it and start drinking the wine that's spilling out. Like no!
Can't waste it. Can't waste it. Can't
The
waste it.
level 20 rogue horse appears and starts also drinking the wine.
No! Don't waste it! Don't waste it!
Okay. Alright, should I just leave him be, or should I try to approach it with my shield and just try to smack try to disarm him?
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and grab
I'm not
the ring
doing
and the
anything. I'm
breastplate.
asking. I'm
No,
asking.
I know, but while this is while this destruction is happening, I'm just going to grab the ring and the breastplate and just kind of hold on to them and make sure nobody is wearing them.
No, you never know with these things.
If they come near me, I'm gonna do a ninja flip.
What about the?
I just
the other sword?
Yeah, what happened to the other sword that Nova took?
He's
actually-
still got it.
Yeah.
He's still got that
figure out
great
what it
sword
is.
that can
Shoot blue flames out.
ignite. Oh, he can turn the flames on and off at will.
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh shit! We need to get
That
him.
actually
We need to.
Oh no! So this is how the party gets wiped.
So
I'm
Wait,
just
We need to disarm him now. No, you know what? No. While
And if
Twinkie,
it makes you guys feel any better, wine's not actually flammable.
okay, while Twinkie is doing his thing, I'm going to cast sleep in an area where it hits
I'm
only
looking this
Twinkie.
up.
okay.
Oh, you can in fact not set alcohol, or you can't set all alcohol on fire.
Yeah,
Alright.
wine is not flammable.
Yeah.
It has too little of an ethanol content. Flammability begins at about the 40% level, and even then, it's not particularly flammable.
So my vodka would light up though, because that's like
Your vodka,
godly vodka.
yeah,
Sure,
whatever
but
it
it's
is,
just-
that's
Pure
actually just
ethanol.
grain alcohol.
It's just pure ethanol
Oh my god.
in my flask.
So yeah, I am basically I'm putting Twinkie to sleep.
All right. So roll 5d8 to see if you
That's just a number of creatures that. How many hit points? Oh.
yeah.
No, it's a number of hit points worth of creatures.
Well then.
That is not enough hit points to put Twinkie to sleep.
Well,
Is
let
he-
me assist
actually,
in
hold
this,
on a second.
this action
How many
here.
hit points does he actually have?
24. He's at
Yeah,
24
no,
out of 28.
At maximum, but what about how many did he
Wait, why is that?
oh, okay.
No, he's at
No,
24 out of 28.
Are
Yeah,
you sure? Because he didn't actually
Yes.
make a recovery roll during the
He did. I made it for him.
oh the 10.
yeah, because he
Damn
was
it, damn it,
AFK.
damn it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to also
Alright.
cast sleep, but it's not letting me. Pop
All right,
the
I'm
thing
just
yet.
gonna. What if I just look at Jenna Pro and Timothy and go, and Ricky and go, let's just hold him down and take it out of his hands.
I'm
That's-
trying to cast sleep
Four of
here, but
us
it's not letting
doing
me
it.
pop the thing
Yeah,
up.
Kirby
have
Kirby has
sleep.
just go ahead and say you're gonna cast
Just-
it.
I'm casting
Just roll
sleep.
the 5d8. Just
Okay.
roll the 5d8.
Wait, is it 5d? Is it literally the same thing?
Yes, it's 5d8.
It's-
Oh, it's
yes.
actually. Oh, it's asking me at what level to cast it. Okay, so.
Oh, actually, can I
Right,
say I
it's
casted
here.
that at a higher level? At level 2?
Sure, I'll let you
roll an
retroactively
additional
cast that at
2d8.
Yeah,
level
I'm sorry. I did not realize you could cast sleep at higher levels.
2. Yeah. All right, I'll let that through this time. So roll 2 more d8s.
Yeah,
Salem.
and that'll give you enough to put
That'll
him to sleep.
Yeah, that puts him to sleep.
Okay.
Ugh.
I did
so
not realize you could cast it at higher levels.
He Twinkie, the sword falls out of his hand and he passes out.
For like a minute, at most.
So while
But that's
that is
enough time to
happening,
get the sword away from him.
yeah, we're getting the sword away from it, back in its hilt. No one touches the handle.
I think
All right,
just
I'll
hold on to
I'll
the sword.
handle the.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
handle
I'll
Oh
just
my
let
gosh.
I'll let Timothy take it then.
I
Yeah.
wasn't affected by it before, whatever the hell this thing does, so I'll make sure not to touch the hilt. And do you know how I'll make sure not to touch the hilt?
You're gonna wrap it.
Yeah,
Mage
like
hand.
I do the thing we probably should have done a long time ago, and I take a length of cloth from my disguise kit and I just wrap it around, like tightly around the hilt, and I'm just like, problem solved.
All right. The whole hilt is covered in cloth, including the crossguard, just to be double safe.
Yep, just the whole fucking thing, so that nobody accidentally touches the goddamn sword.
You put it in the scabbard.
And then I'm gonna roll it up in my bedroll.
All right. Okay. All right. That sword is
What's
not getting
that?
touched ever again.
No one is touching the sword ever again.
All
Cut
the
to 4
all the
episodes.
wine barrels are leaking.
I'm just drinking the shit out of the wine.
Oh my god.
Trying to drink as much as I can to not let it go to waste.
Okay. If a minute has passed, I'm already woken up by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill one of the spare water skins with some wine just to because I feel like I'm gonna need it.
Why are you
Well, pretty damn good wine too. It's been aged for like over 100 years.
Yeah, I'm filling up water skins. I have brewer's supply. Is that anything I can do with that? Like actually, like
I would say you've got some bottles on you.
Portable kegs.
Portable keg. I'll just fill up a portable
transfer
keg.
them into brand new
Yeah,
kegs.
you've just got a fucking portable keg with you, like the one that I've got in my room that I just put water in.
Yeah, I just got like
your
like
brewer
the
supplies
from-
are actually just a Mr. Beer kit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just like this 5-liter barrel of just.
Is there any way to plug up any of them?
You probably could plug them up, yeah.
Okay, can I attempt to at least try to plug up some?
Yeah, sure.
Why are you worried about plugging it up?
What that's gonna be? Take a look at your character sheet.
We can sell this.
I will say.
I'm just gonna add a keg of wine to my inventory.
Just give me intelligence. Intelligence to plug it up.
All right.
Oh.
This is not good. This is not good. This is not gonna be good.
That's insane.
Oh, that was a save, not a check.
Well, it's the same thing anyway.
You plug them up. You plug them up well enough that they're not leaking.
Okay.
But excuse me, I guess while this is happening, excuse me, Mr. Nova, sir, when you picked up the flaming sword, Mr. Twinkie, sir, when you picked up the flaming sword, it didn't do anything weird to your head? Did you just lit on fire?
The flaming sword? No, all I remember is it just lighting up on fire.
And I can turn it on.
Do you think we can give that to Xenopro, please?
It's a
I mean,
great sword, so it'd take 2 hands to wield.
Oh yeah, never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, he loses his shield.
Yeah.
The only 2 that could use it really are Rookie or.
Yes, however, I already have my weapon, so.
Yeah, he's got a packed weapon, so you know.
Yeah, so just leave it with the.
It wouldn't be very useful to wield two-handed weapons.
I mean, there'd be nothing really scarier than an enraged.
Yes.
With a flaming giant sword running at you straight.
Yes.
If I can light the fire, if I can light the sword up at will, can I just call upon Ven for like socks and drop them on the sword and then throw them at enemies? Like long range attack.
If Ven would probably smite you where you stand.
If Ven gives you socks, sure, you can do that. But you'll have to get socks from Ven, and it's up to Ven what Ven does, because Ven is Ven.
So, we've been in the wine cellar this entire time. Should we go explore the rest of the castle now?
Yes. However, Selim, put the breastplate and ring inside someone's backpack, so you don't have to carry it.
I can just put it in my character's backpack.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm just gonna put breastplate ? And ring ? I'll put the ring in my pouch because ring.
This giant keg of wine now. That's
Alright.
Like, super fancy wine I have. I'm gonna sell it.
So you head out from the wine cellar back into where the shadows shadows
hold
dwell.
on. Is there anything else in the wine cellar? Like, is there passages down beneath and stuff like that? Since we had already found this place?
Give me an investigation check.
I think
all of us, because we all did the short rest and looked around.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Hold on a second. I think it should just be the people who would be actively looking for it. I think that would probably be would probably be Salem and maybe Timothy, just because him telling stories and stuff like that has likely gotten him curious.
I'll say that Salem should be the one to make the investigation check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think since she's like in for a penny, in for a pound on this. But I will say, before you roll, I will expend one of my bardic inspiration as I'm during the short rest to give you that bonus.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around. Oh well, here's some help.
Oof.
Whoa.
Gonna need it.
It's just a lot of wine. It's just
Okay.
a lot of wine.
Well, hold on a second. Doesn't the inspiration die do
That's a crit failure, though.
But I also thought if I was helping, she had advantage.
Oh yeah, you're right. So
that
roll
would
the
be
bardic inspiration. So
and then roll the bardic inspiration as well.
that's a D6, right?
Yep.
So that's a
Oh
12.
my god! 2 crit
What's with the
failures.
ones now?
This is.
Well, I've gotten my ones out.
I mean, a
That
1d6 is not
happened
a
luck
1d6 is not a crit failure on a bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
die.
it's still a 12. It's just 12. You don't find anything. There's a lot of wine, and a lot of wine, and a lot of wine.
Well, that's all right.
Man,
good wine.
why are all these things leaking?
I'm not sure. I've already plugged them up.
No,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not
like, how
leaking
did this
anymore.
happen in the first place?
Let's not talk about it, Mr. Unbreakable. Mr.
I
the
think
Unbreakable.
the sword might possess people. I'm just a guess.
Yes, I've got it very safely wrapped up, just so that we don't accidentally fall under its influence again.
I see.
Do you remember nothing when you were possessed by it?
I remember being very angry. Angrier than when I'm usually angry.
I felt like there was some other thing, some entity that just simply took over me.
Something just kept saying short, and I just kept getting angry.
For me, I just felt like something else was there, and just this wave of violence, I guess. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay. The power of friendship came through in the end, like it always does.
Yes, it did. I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
Alright, we're all going up the cellar.
All right. You climb up the ladder back into where shadows dwell. Is there anything you would like to do upon getting back up the ladder?
Am I alone?
No, all of you go back up the
We're
ladder.
going up.
We're all up.
We're not leaving you alone.
Okay, good. Because I had to turn around, guys. You guys want to just keep going and keep exploring?
Yeah, there's 2 paths to the left, the one up and one down. I'm gonna guess the one down's probably better to go first.
There's 3 paths.
Well, yeah, and then the one in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we all agree that's last.
Let's explore all the alternate routes before we go through the main one.
Yes.
All right,
Alright,
go down
gang,
then.
let's split up.
Yeah, down the stairs.
Shaggy,
Okay,
Scooby,
so-
you go that way.
You come out of the cellar and you go left. You've got I assume that Salem's using her light spell on something to light the way. So,
Yes.
as you, let me just double check. Okay, so as you're going through the left, it looks it's a hallway. There's a number of there's 2 very large. It looks like there's 2 very large rooms. There's only 2 doors on the right-hand wall of this hallway. With you can't see what's on the far end of the hallway. The light doesn't quite reach far enough. Oh, actually, within the light, as you initially open the door, you can only see one of the doors on the right-hand side.
So there's one door on the right-hand side we can see. And then what else?
You can't see anything else. It's just a straight hall.
And there's a light.
Alrighty.
Because
At the end of it.
the shadows that are dwelling in here prevent your dark vision from letting you see all the way to the end of the hall.
Oh,
There's
and
a
what
light
did you say?
bulb or something right here. Yeah, obviously,
Pardon?
it's just a representative of light. Go ahead, Pretty.
So wait, did you say there was another light source other than our own, or just our
There
own?
is only your own.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna keep being just on a high alert, I guess. Everyone, just keep an eye on the ground. Just make sure that ground isn't loose or something's sticking
Traps.
out. Yeah.
Yes, everybody's just watching out.
All right.
It would probably be in our best interest to check this door first before continuing on.
All right. So you walk up to the door.
Yes.
Who wants to open it first?
I'll kick the door down.
I'll open it.
Oh god.
So Twinkie, give me a strength check to kick open the door. Twinkie walks up, boom, right in the door, boom, flies open. In fact, it like flies open and then the hinges break and it just kind of falls to the ground. The shadows seem kind of bothered by it, but they aren't.
Mr. Twinkie, can you not do things that can possibly agitate the, shadowy folk here? Hello?
You look around the room, and it looks like this is where, servants of the castle slept. This is just a big ol' servant room. This is where they slept, this is where they spent their off hours. Well, off hours that they spent indoors, at least.
Well,
there's a lot of bunk bed, a lot of, really old bunk beds. And most of the sheets are too deteriorated to even be called sheets.
Is there any chests?
Are there any like cabinets or anything?
Yeah, there's some stuff around.
I wonder if perhaps the shadows are the former staff of the cat.
Wait,
maybe we shouldn't go through their stuff then.
Wait, Kirby, what?
I'm still here.
It would be wise to not roam around their stuff. These are the servants of the
We should at least see what is around, though. Maybe not take anything, but investigate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
As you were discussing this, one of the shadows does materialize within the... But you can't really... It's not like trying to attack you, but you're not sure what it's...
Is it making any sounds?
It's not making any sounds, no. It's just kind of there.
They're in the room with us.
Yes.
I think we should just leave the room.
Can I at least...
Oh, I have to... I'll be right back, but I'm not going to contribute to this anyway. But just like give me a minute, but you guys can keep going.
Sure.
Okay. Can I investigate the room without like touching or like taking anything?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on.
Roll an investigation. All right. As you look around as best you can, nothing really catches your interest. Most of the stuff in here looks like it's too deteriorated to be used. But as you're looking around, the shadow, it almost looks like it's maybe pointing at one of the mattresses? Maybe? It's hard to tell.
I'll go walk over to it and check it out.
But while he's doing that, Salem just kind of looks at the shadow, goes, "Oh wait, hold on." She pulls out a piece of parchment and like chalk and writes down, "Can you write?" and just kind of puts it on the floor in front of the shadow.
It attempts to pick up the chalk, but it can't.
Oh.
I'm just gonna open my flask, pour one out for the homies.
Okay, so I'm at the bed. Do I need to roll for anything?
Don't have to roll for anything yet, but what would you like to do now that you're at the bed?
Inspect it.
Just inspect it?
Like,
are you gonna like?
There's a mattress. I'll look under it.
Alright. So when you lift up the mattress, there's a wand underneath it.
I don't know. Hold on.
There's a wand.
Wizard, okay.
Rudy, I don't think anyone can see it yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, Jada Nova said, you know.
Salem,
hold on.
What I think
well, like I go to I look at the shadow, go. So you know what writing is, but you can't do it. And then I go, I'll give you a second, and I look at the wand, and Salem reaches out to pick it up, but then stops, thinks about the fact that everything everyone has picked up so far has done weird shit, reaches into her bag, grabs like another piece of parchment, and uses that to pick up the wand.
Nothing happens. You just pick up the wand.
You know, maybe we should give it to the shadow? It was pointing at it.
I'm not sure it can even pick it up, but...
Well, it was pointing it. Maybe it wanted the wand.
Just place it at the ground.
I'm going to try handing it off to the shadow.
The shadow actually can interact with it because it's magical. And then...
it attacks.
No, hang on. I have to double check how this works. No, it doesn't do it. You can't make a saving throw against this. It uses the wand on out of the whole group. Who's the one that has like the sourest look on their face?
The sourest look on.
Sourest, like.
Yes,
what?
Like the foulest
like resting
mood.
Bitch face?
Well, it's not me.
Well, okay.
It's definitely not Salem.
I'm drunk.
My
so
character's in
I'm
super
probably...
high alert. Like
Jinapro is forced to smile.
I mean,
you just feel your muscles contort and your lips are forced to curl into a smile.
Oh God, you're running into the Joker.
Salem looks at this and goes, could this be? You have the power of friendship as well?
It hands the wand back to Salem.
Oh my goodness! And
this
she's
is
like,
a wand of smiles.
Are you kidding me?
It makes people smile. What a useless
oh my gosh! I know why we're here now! Clearly the power of friendship has led us here!
Jennifer,
so we
how
can
are
have
you feeling?
this to spread more friendship! And she just excitedly grabs the wall.
As this realization dawns on Salem, the shadow vanishes.
What the fuck?
Lots of smiles.
Mr.
What kind of house of
You seem pretty tense there, Jinapro.
I'm beyond tense right now. At this point, I don't know why I am still willing to go along in this place here.
So I'm guessing, like, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how wands in D&D work, but, like, I'm guessing it basically casts that one specific spell.
It's not even a spell, it just forces people to smile.
Yeah.
Does it give him a bonus to anything?
4 times per day, and at the end of each day, it regains 1d3 plus 1 charges, or 1d4 plus 1 charges.
Alright, I'm gonna write that information down. So
hi, Salem has a wand of smiles now.
It's a wand that makes people smile.
So, does this wand give you a boost when you're smiling, or does it just force you to smile?
It's literally just you're forced to smile. That's it.
How long are they forced to smile?
10 minutes.
So, Jennifer, how are you feeling right now?
So it forces people to smile for 10 minutes. 4 charges.
Like, do you feel happy, or do your face muscles just hurt?
1d4 plus 1?
Yeah, you get 1d4 plus 1 charges per day.
My face muscles feel really weird right now.
There's no saving throw or anything for it. It literally just forces you to smile.
You seem pretty happy.
I don't feel happy at all. I assure you.
But yes, perhaps it is time to continue then.
Yes.
Okay.
Salem doesn't know where the other guy goes, but where the ghost went. But in any case, she just waves into the air. Goodbye, friend.
There's no response.
So we're just wand of smilesing these wonderful little shadow creatures.
What if we use it on the shadows? What happened?
They're gonna smile.
You can try it and find out.
They're gonna smile as they're murdering us. Can we just not provoke
That's not a pretty sight.
Let's not actively provoke them. Only if they are attacking us. That is when we should.
I mean, the shadows gave you this wand of smiles.
Oh, well, that's very kind of them.
Or at least one of the shadows pointed it out to you.
Oh my god.
Do with this information what you will.
Okay.
So I guess we make our way out, and then we're gonna start heading our way towards the end of the hallway.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Yep.
As you get near the end of the hallway, there's another door. Would you like to open this one?
Yeah, we can just
Carefully,
keep exploring the
please.
place.
Let's not kick
I'll open the door before Twinkie tries to knock the door down.
Alright, Rookie gently opens the door, careful not to break the hinges.
And careful not to annoy.
It's very similar to the last room. They probably just, separated servants between boy and girl, male and female.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really clear which one was which, because most of the stuff is a little too deteriorated to make sense of, but...
So, presumably, Salem's first instinct is to check the same bed in this room.
Alright, you lift up that mattress. Nothing under there.
I'm just gonna start, picking up the mat, not flipping them over or anything crazy, just, picking them up a little bit just to look under them.
There's nothing under any of these mattresses in here.
Okay.
And I'm guessing a general check of the rest of the room would reveal nothing.
Well, there's stuff, but it's either super rusty, or wait, no. You do find, as you're looking around, you do find a pearl, just a regular old pearl. At least, as far as you can tell, just a regular old pearl.
I'm guessing
what's
under one of the pillows, not one of the.
Does it
look
Does it look like Does it look like it would belong on the ring?
No.
Wait. You said
the ring is already fully adorned.
Wait,
okay.
you said pearl. I think that looks like a pearl under a pillow.
Yes, under a pillow, or well, one of the piles of dust that used to be a pillow.
Is it bad luck to pick that up? Something like that up? I mean, is that not
the shadows didn't seem to react when you picked it up.
Alright,
sorry, go ahead.
I will also take that pearl and put it into
Miss Salem.
pocket.
Are you sure that is something worth taking? Because the position it's in, it seems like it could be one of those.
Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of sort of grabbing everything with this piece of paper just in case it might be enchanted.
No. I mean, well, there's those stories from my childhood that if you place a broken tooth underneath your pillow, so you get something good from that. I'm just saying.
Salem doesn't realize this, but a part of this is also her draconic ancestry giving her the sense of hoard and mine. She doesn't realize this.
Miss Salem, what you may have picked up may actually be a tooth. A child's tooth, maybe.
Well, then we can deliver it to the fairy earth.
I'm not sure.
Should we just maybe inspect it a little further, make sure it's actually a pearl or something worth valuable taking instead of a tooth?
Well, I mean, it also could have magic on it.
And she's subconsciously pulling it a little closer.
Okay, my character looks into the darkness and speaks out. Darkness, are you okay with us taking this object?
There's no response from the shadows.
Okay, I guess it's okay, Miss Salem. If you really
Okay,
want
and she
someone's
puts it
tooth.
in her pocket gleefully. She doesn't realize it right now, but what's happening is there's enough shiny objects that it's starting to set off her draconic thing of hoard.
The castle is a little too deteriorated for you to really get any information other than it's been abandoned for a very, very, very long. So I'm not even gonna make you roll, because no matter the roll, doesn't change the result.
We went down and there's only 2 doors in this hallway. I say we go up now.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is, you didn't quite get to the end of the hallway, so you don't know what's on the far end.
Oh, we were only able to see 2 doors at that point, so I guess...
Yeah.
You go to the far end then.
Alright, so you go to the far end of the hallway, and it's a staircase that spirals around to take you to the, what you can only assume is the upstairs path from where you just were.
It looks like this loops around, so maybe it's an easy good idea to follow this path and go back to the top one and then back to the center.
Okay, let's just continue then. Let's go check it out.
Be careful though, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I may be smiling, but I am on high alert right now.
You seem to be enjoying yourself, Junipero.
Yeah, I didn't know you were into
so
scary
when you
castles.
get to the top of the stairs, it appears that this castle devoted just an entire wing to a kitchen.
Oh boy, Twinkie, it's your time to shine.
But it's too deteriorated to use it as a proper kitchen now.
I'm sure Twinkie can whip
Yes, but here's the
very
thing.
good.
I feel like Twinkie would know more, would be able to divine a lot of information out of this just because, you know, Twinkie the master chef.
Alright, Twinkie, if you want to, you can roll me an investigation. I will... Son of a... Alright, so... What you can tell is that... What... Ven, do you have any reaction to what she does? I'm gonna see what this reaction is.
The sock manifests in front of you. It's filled with piss.
A sock appears in front of him filled with what?
Piss.
Piss.
Oh, God.
Oh no, but I guess it might be muted for a reason.
Yeah, so, alright, so... As you, oh, Lord. Everything in your backpack is now covered in it.
Oh my god.
So as you're looking around this kitchen with your piss-filled backpack, you can piece together that this castle was probably used for some very extravagant getaway parties. It was less of a fortress and more of just a cut loose and have fun kind of place. Why it was abandoned, you're not sure. How it got to where it is today, you're not sure. But it looked like it could host a very, very large attendance without much concern.
I'm not sure if we can even piece together some kind of story here. But maybe in the other rooms we might find some kind of clue. At the very least, I guess I'm a little invested in this.
I do suppose so. Mr. Twinkie, sir, this is a kitchen. Do you notice anything special about it?
No, I don't know. If you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
No,
I don't know.
He's muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'd have to wait for him to type something up.
Was I not talking?
Oh,
yeah, you were muted.
We weren't hearing anything.
Oh, no wonder everybody was talking over me. I was like, wait, what the
Oof.
But,
no, Twinkie doesn't notice anything at all.
Other than it being a very, very large kitchen.
There's no clues to piece this together. It's just, it was a large kitchen. Everything's too deteriorated to tell anything.
let's see.
Twinkie can only really assume, based off what's been happening so far, is that maybe the people of this castle got turned into the shadows, or this castle got attacked by the shadows and the shadows took it over. But that's pulling straws here.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the other rooms will hold some kind of information that we can.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah. I guess let's head back then.
Yeah. So we're all going.
So you head through the kitchen and you come out back into the main room.
So yeah, that thing did loop.
There is only one door left, there is only one door left to you.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're all going that way then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So you go up to the main doors.
Not kick it.
You push them open. They're big doors.
I know you want to kick this, but we just push it through like normal folk.
The scene before you is a grand ballroom filled with skeletons. And only one skeleton has clothes that appear to be in perfect condition.
Oh.
The rest of the rags have just rotted away.
So are they like do they all look like one species or?
There's a variety of species.
Okay.
Divine sense.
Yeah, I'm using divine sense in this case.
None of these skeletons are undead. The only undead that you're sensing are. There's a lot more shadows than there was when you first entered. You can't even count how many there are right now.
Can we scan the room just from where we're standing?
Bro, you seem to be smiling. I think.
Yeah, the shadows are allowing you to see the entire ballroom. They're not obscuring your vision here.
Well, what can we see from this position?
You can see a ballroom with a lot of skeletons. And you can see doors to what you can only presume is the throne room. On the opposite side. It's a very large ballroom, but the light... This is the only room that the light from outside is letting you see through.
And we only see the one door that presumably goes to the throne room, right?
Yes. There's no other doors, but there's a lot of big windows.
I am so sorry. Sorry about my phone.
All clear.
I'm guessing, like, around now, I'm guessing the smile would have worn off because it was supposed to only happen for 10 minutes.
Yeah, the smile is worn off by now.
It finally wears off.
It would have worn off about the time you got into the main room, so...
Maybe I was just so used to it at that point.
Or he's just smiling awkwardly from
muscle memory.
Yes.
So, let's not touch anything. Do you guys want to enter into the throne room?
There's something kind of weird about this one skeleton that has perfect clothes.
I think we should stay away from that skeleton.
Should we dance the dance?
There's no one. There's none of the skeleton. Like I said, none of the skeletons appear to be undead. All the shadows are not entering the ballroom, but there's a lot of them.
They're like outside the door. They're just like at the door looking in.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going
Something is keeping
as a
them out.
ritual, because this would be the kind of thing Salem would do, but also it seems like a good idea. Again, as a ritual.
All right. So you spend 10 minutes, and the clothes on that one skeleton are indeed magical. There's also a magical amulet around the skeleton's neck. They have a magical cloak, magical fancy ball clothes, and a magical amulet.
Those clothes are magic.
Can one of us take a look with our arcane? And, see
You won't be able to figure out what it does, but...
You won't be able to figure it out. Can I look at it for history or something?
I don't know if that would be the kind of thing your character would do, but I think Timothy's might if Timothy
would, if anybody's gonna recognize these clothes, it's gonna be Timothy.
Yeah, I think that this is where I'm probably gonna like pop in with the history time.
I mean, for Rock Gnome, I got the lore thing for Rock Gnome.
Yeah, but
that's a lot of like artificer's lore kind of thing. Like as far as this would be if you don't mind, I'd like to say this might be history.
Okay.
Yes, this is history.
And I think actually, if it's magical in nature, did we detect any magic from it?
Yes. Yeah, it is magical. But
Salem, you mind giving me the help action on this so I can roll with advantage?
Yes, I will say because I'll say I'm helping him.
Yeah, and so I think this is going to be like a double investigation from us, where like I'm trying to summon up some historical knowledge, and we've got.
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
These are definitely clothes that would have been worn by the nobility. You can tell that much. They are not cheaply made ones.
This should be 11, right?
Yeah, that
no, because I have history as a skill, so it's my full proficiency bonus, not adding a half of my proficiency bonus. And insight and perception in particular are the ones that I get double bonus on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very specific skills. It's bardic expertise.
You have a very specific set of skills.
Yes, insight and perception, because I figured those would be quite useful for me, given that my wisdom bonus is not super great.
All right.
But apparently neither is my history.
Regardless, I think even if we can't tell what they are, just because Salem has already been gathering up all the magical items anyway, I feel like Salem would reach for them, stop,
Salem.
See. She's not gonna grab them yet. She's gonna look at the shadows, see if they're like.
They're not.
Seem like they're gonna. Okay.
Shadows, or I mean, darkness. Are you okay with us picking up these items over here on this body?
You know
There's
what?
no response.
Perhaps that the Twinkie's investigation about these shadows being the servants, and they're not entering the ballroom because the royals were here, and that is the remains of the royal of the castle.
So I am also going to, again, regardless of that though, using the parchment again, Salem is still going to grab these items and put them in the backpack. So it's the cape and the necklace, right?
There's a cloak, a necklace, and a set of ball clothes for a woman.
Hold on.
Oh, they're woman clothes.
Yes. There are women's clothes.
So, was there anything else in this area here?
That's the only thing of interest in here.
Okay. So there's no other no other doors, no other.
Just the door to probably the throne room.
This is weird.
It's
like they all died overnight in place.
Then why was this person's? Well, I suppose this person's clothes were the only one that remained here because it was magical nature, but.
It's just, why did everybody die so sudden?
We don't know if it was all of a sudden.
Maybe
they were afflicted with a curse.
Picture.
Perhaps a curse. Would it not be dangerous to be that amulet? Yeah, I mean, could it? Oh no, that's making big assumptions. But maybe that ring or the amulet, one of these things, could it be possible that it's cursed?
We should get them checked out.
We would still, yeah, that is why we would want to take them and get them checked out.
That's true.
Because here's the thing, even if we left, there's nothing to say other adventurers couldn't come in and then get cursed themselves.
Yeah. So I just had a weird thought.
Salem says, slightly clutching her backpack a little closer.
Salem, I think you're holding that backpack of yours a little too tightly.
Really? She doesn't seem to notice.
Still turns into gold.
My precious.
You don't understand. This is a lot of magical, not only valuable but shiny, but also magical. And if you don't think anyone with draconic bloodline would not be all over that shit, you're mistaken.
So I just had a random thought. Don't suppose we can.
What
the
happened?
Ballroom. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What happened? Okay, so I want to kind of see what happens if you pick up the amulet and go near one of the shadows, or just like kind of toss it in the shadows' direction.
Put it on a stick.
On a stick.
So we're not touching it, and then like just dangle it towards one of the shadows like ooga booga.
That seems like it'd be taunting it.
Yeah, that might not be a good idea, Salem
Let's
says,
try.
clutching the bag a little bit tighter.
Like, don't touch my stuff.
Because, I mean, on the one hand, maybe it's cursed, but on the other hand, if it's not, we're missing out on this
What
stuff.
if we destroy it?
That's probably horrible. That doesn't help anybody.
It could possibly release something.
It could release the curse.
It could release
We don't
the
know
curse,
if there's a
but-
curse.
Or
Yeah.
provoke the shadows to attack us.
Because
Or we
we've
could
already
all
seen
die
what
for
destruction does in this castle. At least, to its property.
We still have one more room. I believe it's the throne room, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's go check out the throne room and then come back here.
Yeah, I would like that. So.
Alright, just typing up something for chat. Alright. Yes, let's go! Salem says.
Alright, so you reach the largest doors that you've seen in this this castle. And as you push them open, and as you do, you feel a wave of dread wash over you. On the other side of this door
Oh, dear.
is a darkness so thick that the light in Salem's hand goes out. And you are in pitch black darkness.
Can we maybe close the door real quick?
No, it's
The doors are.
nothing gained.
You
The
wait
shadows
to
are not
you
hostile
go
to us.
to attempt to close the door, but then you realize the door's already been closed.
What?
Mr. Twinkie, I don't suppose you can use that sword you found and simply just...
Light up the way?
Yes. Real quick.
Alright.
No.
So wait, are we closed in this room?
Yeah.
The door's
You're
closed behind
in.
us?
The door's closed behind you. You
Gosh,
you don't know how it happened because you were in the way of the doors, but now they're just closed.
Do you mind if I blow one of my casts of see invisibility just to see what's going on in here?
I'm just gonna drink.
You can.
I'm also going to guess that me and Rogue will have slightly better vision than everyone else.
I think this is that magical darkness that we had to deal with before, where even your dark vision didn't help.
That's what
Oh
he
yeah?
Yeah,
It's just
your
a
dark
pitch
vision
black.
isn't helping. You can attempt to cast. You can see if see invisibility works.
I almost want it to be one of these things where like it works, and what happens is it's just the room is like full of these things, and I'm just like, nope, shut it off, shut it off, shut it off.
Shut it up, turn it off, turn it off.
Just do the thing and see what happens.
So yeah, I'll use one of my spell slots to cast see invisibility, and just hold on a second. Let me see who's in the room with us, if possible, and then just terrify me, Captain.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're just all looking like
As
where we hear him.
the most. When you use your see invisibility, it's still pitch dark.
So...
You can't see anything.
Okay, I got an idea. What if we grab the amulet and bring it near the door? And if not, we put it back on the
Inside
skeleton.
already.
It's all right. We're in the darkness. It's
We're
okay.
in the room, in the darkness, trapped in here. The door shut behind us. There's no going back right now.
Well, could you try
Alright,
pulling out the flame sword?
As you guys are discussing this, you see in the distance two red, glowing orbs.
Is it Ven? Ven?
Tell me it's
not
Ven.
Ven.
Praise be to Ven.
It's not Ven.
Oh no.
Can I? I'm gonna
Twinkie,
throw
sir,
my
you might want to pull out
fire
that sword.
Fire sword.
Oh, let's see. What's the? Is there a specific range that see invisibility is like lets you see to, or is it just like all of your sight lets you see invisibility?
It is my sight range.
Okay. So yeah, as this thing, whatever is emitting the dark, evil glow gets close enough that Gray is able to see its form. But it's shrouded and cloudy in a very different way from the shadows. It's not... It is certainly being obscured.
Can someone call out to it? Or I'll call out to it.
I think I'm going to be the brave fool here, and because I can see it, step forward and say, and this is going to have to go through my assumed competence filter, because I don't know what I would say to an Eldritch Abomination with great glowing red eyes. But I'm probably going to say something like, "Hello there, we are but travelers passing through your domain."
Oh
yes,
boy.
we're wanting to understand what's the story of this place here.
Yeah. We are seeking knowledge. I guess I should. I guess what did we decide to call the items that we are like grabbing across the land?
I don't think we gave a name.
What if you showed them?
Looking for items kind of like these, and Salem just kind of waves her arms and the gauntlets on them.
Is it making any sounds or anything?
It's like, yeah, we see. Yet. It's just we seek knowledge of the mystic artifacts that belong to the royal families of this world. Forgive us for trespassing in your domain.
So I'm assuming it's just keeping silent and getting closer.
Yeah.
God damn it, Kirby.
Oh my god.
We are gonna die.
Yep. Suddenly, the darkness seems to pull back, and you can see a figure, a humanoid figure. The darkness is sucked into one of its arms. It is wearing a armor that emits. It seems the armor seems to emit the darkness. You now see clearly an undead, wretched king, clad in plate, wielding a sword made of pure darkness. His flesh has long rotted away, leaving only bare bones and ghostly, phantasmal flesh in its.
Oh god, he's geared up for the skeleton war. It's October. Oh no, we came here at the worst time.
Oh no.
He seemed to have responded to us, maybe. Do you think we could still communicate with this? Hello? Hello? Did I'm still on. Okay, hi. So, okay, the thing happened again. Yeah, this is the worst possible moment for that to have happened. I'm going to reconnect. And it's not doing anything. Okay. Well, okay, so the darkness is ever present. I'm trying my best to, I guess, try to, fight back the darkness within my heart that is blocking out my friends from my sight and my eyes and my ears. I'm trying my hardest to focus, trying to break out of this. But it is difficult. It is a very difficult path to take. I don't know how to do that. Discord servers. I've never actually tried that. Let me just restart this thing.